so a while ago I was tagged by WildVioletYT, and I was tagged for the New Zealander or Kiwi Tag, and it was quite a while ago, but I thought that I would do that for you. So this is that tag now. Hope you enjoy. So the first question says, where do you live? I'm from New Zealand, but I'm currently living in Sydney, Australia. The next question is All Blacks or Silver Ferns. So basically All Blacks are rugby and Silver Ferns are netball. But I'd have to say that I definitely follow the All Blacks a lot more than I follow Silver Ferns. Have you ever seen a kiwi? Yes, I have. When I was a lot younger, I went on like a, I don't know, school holiday camp anyway on some island, and we were walking through the bush at night, and a kiwi just completely ran past me and then ran past me again. And then another kiwi we were actually able to go up to and pet. And obviously, as well as that, I've seen kiwis in like zoos and all that sort of thing over here as well, in New Zealand. The next question is, do you speak any Māori? And no, not really. Basically, like, I don't know, I can say haere mai, and that's probably pretty much it. And North Island or South Island. So I was from the North Island. I've only been to the South Island a couple of times, and I've only done the tip of the South Island. I'd love to go and do the full South Island at some stage. So the next one says Marmite ? And yes, I like Marmite. I eat Marmite on my toast nearly every day. Not quite, but every time I have toast I'll have Marmite on it. And have you been to a marae? So yes, I have been to a marae. I've been to a number of different maraes actually. We quite often went on school trips to maraes, and so that's where I've been on maraes before. And obviously I was studying early childhood, so we actually did a marae trip there, and we had a marae on campus that we went and visited as well. Have you been to Hobbiton? No, I haven't actually. I've driven past the signs that you know, point to Hobbiton and whatnot, but I haven't actually been there and visited yet. Would actually be quite interesting to go to though. And city or country? I'm definitely a city girl, although I do love getting out into the country as well. And have you ever done a haka? Hakas are traditionally participated in by men, and I haven't participated in one. Have you been to any New Year's festivals? Yes, I have. A couple of years ago, me and my partner, we decided on New Year's Day that we wanted to go to a New Year's festival. It was about a, gosh, must have been about 5-hour drive away from where we lived. And my partner's best friend was there and a couple of other friends. And so we found some tickets online and picked them up in Auckland on our way up. And we went to this, it was a dubstep festival. And our friends had no idea that we were coming, and we walked into this festival and there was literally thousands of people, and we're like, oh my god, how are we going to find them? Like, oh my god. And we sort of stood there and we were like, okay, let's go check out the mosh pit, maybe they're in there. We moved further up and we stood there and it would have only been about 5 minutes, and I was like, hey, there he is. And we went up, and sure enough, it was him, and we gave him the biggest surprise. It was so cool. It was a really good experience. And yeah, other than that, I've sort of, you know, I've done the whole Mount Maunganui New Year's. I did that when I was younger too, and that's probably the only actual New Year's festival I've been to, but that was cool. And do you say bro? Not really. Only like if I'm taking the piss out of somebody else saying bro. But yeah, no, not really. And the last question on this is Ford or Holden? This is a big dilemma in New Zealand. Everybody seems to have their side, but I've actually owned both a Ford and a Holden. they actually owned a couple of Holdens, and based on the cars that I owned, I prefer my Holdens, but I don't have any sort of, yeah, I'm not for one way or the other. I have family that goes for both Holden and Ford, and to me, I don't know, if I like the car, I like the car. It doesn't really matter what brand it is. Although I do quite like BMWs, but that's not part of that question. So that's all the questions on this tag for today, and I hope you enjoyed, and if you're from New Zealand, then you should do this tag too. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!